Welcome back, booze heads. Thanks for tuning back in to the second part of Captain Guy Party, the origin story. We're breaking it down decade by decade. But before we get started, this is Beautiful Brad.
This is Chester.
So you guys heard part one, Captain Guy Party. He's creating a name for himself. He's shitting out fucking Nat King Cole on the third base of the Cleveland Stadium.
His butthole is a black hole. That's the one power we've covered so far, but I feel like he could have more.
I think he does have more.
Yeah, Superman has a shitload of powers.
Yeah. I think Captain Guy Party has just done a lot of drugs and drank a lot, and his powers have dissipated over time.
Sure.
With that being said, being Captain Guy Party, you think alcohol and drugs and shit would increase his powers?
Well, think about the evolution of drugs, right? So in the 60s, you had the psychedelic movement, right? So if we're following that, then you have a 1960s Guy Party that's tripping on acid.
Yeah.
And then you go to the 70s, right?
Cocaine.
That's kind of the 70s and 80s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 70s with the disco is a lot of cocaine.
Yeah. And then that kind of carried over into the 80s. And then what was the 90s drug? Like fucking heroin? No, that's more of a 2000s thing.
Yeah. 2000s, they had, like, ecstasy, heroin.
Yeah, 90s, I feel like ecstasy was boomed in, maybe at the beginning of the 90s.
Yeah, because I was in high school and it was a huge thing.
Right.
It was really big.
Right.
I don't know, man. I mean, I was still pretty young in the 90s.
I don't know why, I'm trying to, organize Captain Guy Party's life by the drugs that he takes.
I mean, it's important for the GP. But yeah, like you said, there's more than just his butthole being a black hole.
Right.
So, as we go through the decades, we'll figure this out. But there's somewhere along the lines where he loses his powers or he's too fucked up to use them.
Yeah, you're right. In an origin story, your hero does have to kind of fall on bad times. And even in the Superman universe, Tobey Maguire was kind of losing his powers at one point. He was losing that ability to, shoot webs out of his fucking hands and
yeah.
stuff.
Except, I guess, 2022, where he's really lost all his powers, that he's just fallen out of a fucking stadium seat.
That's fair, yeah.
But that will also be to be continued, because we have to keep Captain Guy Party alive for the future.
Mm-hmm. We have to have a Nick Fury type save him.
Yeah, something. Some sort of Avengers or Felt Universe. Or
right.
Maybe.
In the saga of Captain Guy Party, I feel like we need to, in the present, I don't necessarily think we need to team him up with, in an Avengers type of thing, but we do need, a Thanos type villain, a super strong villain.
Puppet Thanos is still coming. We haven't really figured that one out.
Okay.
But yeah, in the Felt Universe, Thanos.
Maybe there's, a crossover, and, Puppet Thanos faces off against Captain Guy Party, and I'm pretty sure a puppet can fit into a black hole asshole.
Well, Puppet Thanos is what's going to snap it all together.
Yeah.
So, Paul the Possum, the fucking Muppets, and all the stupid bullshit.
Is Paul the Possum or Rocket Raccoon? I kind of feel like he might be.
I mean, I guess so at this point.
Is our Groot just a really tall weed plant?
Yeah.
I am weed.
Yeah, I am weed. Smoke me. That's why I feel like Captain Guy Party, I mentioned earlier, he's losing his powers as he's consuming, but no, that powers him up.
All right, so let's go back to the 50s. So we're in the 50s, right? Mm-hmm. And Captain Guy Party is with his Miss Gray.
Yep.
And she is pregnant, but he assumes that it's his.
Yeah, he assumes it's his.
Why wouldn't it be?
Exactly.
He's fucked other chicks, but as far as he knows, aliens don't think like that.
Yeah. They're superior beings. They don't cheat on their fucking significant others.
Right. So, does the gestation period we've said is significant?
Yeah, it's a few years.
I thought we said 6.
We did 6, but I feel like that puts King...
Let's keep it in the 50s. How's that?
Okay, so...
So, let's just say, it's the mid-50s. Well, do we want him to go to Korea? The Korean War?
Right. Well, yeah, because he's regenerated.
Because at this point, he's got powers.
Yeah, and he's about a 30-year-old with Miss Gray, so they're recruiting him.
Right.
He's getting drafted.
Right.
Because they got a tool shop in Arkansas.
Does he have... You know how, Wolverine has that... God, what's his fucking... Stryker? Mm-hmm. Does Captain Guy Party have some sort of army dickhead that's trying to control him?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's create it. Who's a dickhead we know that we can incorporate in here?
Get their grandfather
that we know in present day.
Right. Is there a General Rice?
Well, yeah, now there is. All right, so yeah.
I mean, when we start talking about people alpha-ing, I mean, the Mongoloid alpha in Benjamin's. Well, honestly, the Rices aren't that much better. I don't know if I've been introduced to like a good alpha.
I haven't met a good alpha.
Right.
No, yeah, every alpha to me is just like a mutant.
Right. We don't have like a Rick Grimes from like The Walking Dead.
Yeah, like a good solid leader.
Right.
Yeah, no, they're just loud, belligerent assholes.
Who like to get naked.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh my god.
All right, so we've got General Rice. And he is the one that's like, all right, do we call him... we can't call him Captain Guy Party yet. Did we pick a name for him yet? Like a real human name?
Oh, let me see. Oh, Theodore Tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis. That's right. Teddy Tuberculosis.
Yeah, Teddy Tuberculosis.
He's like, all right, Teddy Tuberculosis. All right, so we've got these nasty Koreans. How does Teddy Tuberculosis win the Korean War?
We're going to fast forward through basic training and everything. We're down there in the pits. It's kind of like, if you remember Solo at all, it's just like fast forwards. They're in the fucking pits. It's war. They're in the trenches. They're bombing and shit. And he's got a bunch of fucking betas because he's tapped into his butthole power. He's pulling fifths of whiskey out of his asshole. He is becoming the leader.
He's good for morale.
He's good for morale, and he's kind of becoming the leader.
Right. Like you said, he pulls alcohol out of his asshole, maybe a hooker.
He has a black hole, yeah. But where are you going with the battlefield?
All right, so here's what I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking of trenches, and I don't even know if Korea was like that.
I don't either.
But we're going to make it up and say it was.
Okay. I'm down with that.
They had trenches in that war.
I'm just picturing trenches.
Yeah.
Who knows?
He walks out of the trench like Wonder Woman in the first Wonder Woman. Like, she's just like, fuck this. Let's go get these guys.
Yeah.
But he walks backwards.
Just shooting bullets in his butthole.
Yeah, so like everything is just getting absorbed in like missiles, fucking morters, everything.
Yeah, so if they're like coming at the trenches, they're all just...
Yep, it just goes into his asshole. It's like a magnet.
Yeah. All the guys are just laying wasted, too. It's like, now's the time. And yeah, like General Rice is like, charge! But they're all fucked up.
He comes out with his like fucking like military hat on, but nothing else.
General Rice. Yeah. Just butt naked. All he has is a sword. The best fucking battalion ever. The one that won the war.
I feel like we should name their troop. Like, you know how you have the Inglorious Bastards?
Yeah.
Like the Inglorious Molesters or something.
What was the Star Wars one? I don't know. Maybe should
The Bad Batch?
But incorporate booze heads.
The Booze Batch?
The Booze Batch, like it's the start of the booze heads.
Yes. Their descendants will like live on in the Guy Party army.
Yeah. So it's like the creation of the booze heads. So like he's absorbing all these missiles and shit in his asshole. General Rice is out there running butt naked with a sword. All the other drunks are climbing out. Like, hey, let's do this. And I guess, do they pull their pants off too?
Can we put General Rice on a horse?
Yes.
And then, like, when he, like, gets off the horse, he just kind of fondles its dick a little bit.
Are they still riding horses in the 50s, though? Well, you know what? We don't have to be correct.
I don't care. I just want to put him on a horse.
He's just on a horse. But I feel like he's like, charge, troops! And they're all just still drunk, so he has to do a loop-de-loo and come back, and he's riding against the fucking trenches, like, giving this epic fucking speech to, you know, like you see in all the war movies. Like,
yeah.
Now's the time to fight for our freedom. But he's just completely fucking naked.
You know how in Braveheart, like fucking William Wallace has like the blue and white paint on? Mm-hmm. Should we have General Rice be like half blackface or something? because he's trying to appeal to the blacks in his troop.
He's got like half his fucking face red lip. We're getting canceled. Yeah, so then like he's riding back and forth. Does he get the troops to get naked with him, or
I love it.
it's like, soldiers, pull your clothes off and let's go to war. And as they're running out, he's riding the horse. He's riding by him, taking the sword and patting him on the ass. And they're running out the battle.
We don't need armor. We have fucking Captain Tuberculosis.
Yeah. Teddy Tuberculosis. They're just all charging, man. I mean, this is like the 50s. Like, it's past World War II, so motherfuckers have tanks and machine guns at this point.
So I feel like maybe like one of his powers, right? Like you mentioned, like he can like summon like whiskey out of his asshole and shit.
Yeah.
Right. So everything that goes in his asshole, he can explode out. So like all the bullets and the missiles and the mortars, they come in and then they go right back out. Like back at the enemy.
Back at the enemy?
Yeah.
Well, what if we throw this out like he got his tarot cards ready and he knew he needed to save those missiles for the 80s and the fucking Bay of Pigs.
Like save a couple.
Yeah.
The Bay of Pigs was in the 60s, but right on.
Or Vietnam. We still got Vietnam.
I feel no, but I like the Bay of Pigs because it was a big fuck up, and I feel like we should make Captain Guy Party the responsible party. All right, so that's the 60s. So he wins the Korean War through his asshole, right? They surrender there's a picture like where like Korea's surrendering, right? And like there's like fucking like I don't know Eisenhower and like whoever was running Korea at that time, and they're signing a document, but like there's like if you expand that picture, there's fucking Captain Guy Party with his pants off.
Yeah. Dude, there's like a whole battalion of dudes' dicks hanging out.
And they're all like, they have their thumbs up.
Yeah, because you see the old war pictures, they're sitting down with their knees and shit, and they got like a dead person or like captors of war, whatever. There's just a bunch of dudes with beer bottles and whiskey bottles, and they're all butt naked.
It's all black and white.
Yeah, they're just all fucking naked. Hey, Boots has the history teachers don't want to show you.
That's right. Captain Rice is fucking laid out like this, just like in front of him with the horse.
Yes.
Still with his fucking hat on.
We make it through the 50s. He comes back from war. He's in love with Miss Gray, so he's not going to run off his bastard child. So he comes back to war.
Right. Like, and maybe he realizes that, all right, I've been cheating too.
Yeah,
I'm a cheating bastard. I'm going to take out Nat King Cole and put him in my butthole.
Yeah.
But we'll stick together through this.
So then they're hanging out. He's plotting. He's not worried. He's hanging out with old war buddies. Most of them die out.
So now we're in the 60s.
60s,
right.
Yeah. Nat King Cole goes to 65. He does the assassination. What really just somehow gets him in his asshole, but
right.
that's for another story. So Vietnam breaks out.
Or do we want Captain Guy Party to be involved in the Kennedy assassination?
Well, we've already plotted that. Wasn't I remember Michael Benjamin was sent to assassinate him because this is when we're taking out Hitler.
Oh, that's true. But is this a different universe?
I don't know. I mean, we can change it now. I mean,
okay, let's focus on him fucking up the Bay of Pigs.
Okay.
Let's let like fucking retarded assassin Michael Benjamin try to kill Kennedy.
He runs out in the car and they just fucking splat.
Like fucking Michael Benjamin the assassin fails. So Captain Guy Party runs out butt naked and sticks his asshole out at Kennedy, and his brains just fall out of the back of his head into Captain Guy Party's asshole.
Yes.
So it looks like a bullet hole, but it's just really like his black hole of an asshole sucking the president's brains out.
See, this is where I don't know. I think we might be overlapping.
No, let's keep Kennedy with what we said already.
Yeah, but now I'm starting to wonder. But yeah, let's not go.
We haven't talked about the Bay of Pigs yet. I know we haven't talked about.
No,
the Bay of
I know.
Pigs.
But also, I'm like, were we sent back in time to battle Hitler, or I can't remember. Anyway, it was a good time when we talked about it. Yeah, let's go to the Bay of Pigs.
Right. So Bay of Pigs. Wasn't it like an aerial attack on Cuba? And they were ready for it, and they just fucked us up?
I thought it was the 80s. But
No, the Bay. Look it up. I swear to God, the Bay of Pigs
I'm
was,
sure
was
you're
under the
right.
Kennedy,
I'm
Kennedy
sure you're right.
administration.
Okay, yeah, let me look it up just
Because it was like right around the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah, you're right. Bay of Pigs invasion was failed landing operation on the southwestern coast of Cuba in 1961 by Cuban exiles who opposed Fidel Castro's Cuban Revolution. So, yeah, 1961. So we're in the 60s. So this is before he takes out Nat King Cole, too.
Is it? I thought Nat King Cole died in the 50s.
65.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, man, Captain Guy Party's busy as fuck.
Right on. So, yeah, he'll eventually get Nat King Cole in his butthole.
Yeah. But we've already discussed that, so we don't have to really revisit
Right. All right, so how does he fuck with the Bay of Pigs, right?
Okay.
Do you think, like, maybe they go in to the Bay of Pigs thinking, like, oh, we've got Captain Tuberculosis.
Yeah. Yeah, Lieutenant Teddy Tuberculosis.
We've got him in his butthole superpowers.
Yeah.
he'll lead the charge. So I think at this point, because I think it was like, I swear it was an aerial thing.
Yeah, a Cuban plane strafed the invaders, sank 2 escort ships, and destroyed half the exiles' air support.
So Captain Guy Party's supposed to lead the charge, right? But he got drunk.
Yeah, okay. But this is where he learns how to fly.
Yes.
Because he's super fucking whiskey wasted.
Right.
But he ends up flying into maybe like an airplane or a base.
He flies into his own airplane.
Yeah. That's why we lose the Bay of Pigs.
Yeah. He just gets confused because he's so drunk.
Yeah.
He fucking just crashes into his own airplanes. Like, he's thinking, like, you know how, like, Captain Marvel will, like fly into a spaceship and to destroy it? Mm-hmm. That's Captain Guy Party, but he's destroying his own fucking fighters.
Kills all his fucking troops. And this sends him into a mad depression.
Right.
This leads him to want to kill Nat King Cole.
Right.
So
that's where we go into the middle 60s, right?
Yeah.
And then I think we get into the later 60s, and his mind is just so fucked from just, like, he feels guilty about the Nat King Cole thing, he's guilty about the Bay of Pigs, like, he's fucked up, right?
Yeah, totally.
Right, so he ends up at Woodstock.
Oh, yeah. This is before he goes to Vietnam. This is when he finds acid.
All right, yes.
Nah, shit, acid's got to give him a superpower, too.
My God, you ripped the idea of my brain.
Well, I'm waiting to hear it.
No, I thought that the acid should awaken a new superpower of his.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I feel like laser eyes, but it's like, why does LSD do that?
I mean, you do get super, like, focused on shit and make shit look way cooler.
What's that thing Luke did in Return of the Jedi where he was, like, astral projection?
Oh, yes, The Last Jedi.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, because you astral project when you trip.
I think that's what he gets. I think he gets astral projection. So, like, he can, like, in Vietnam, like, project himself, like Doctor Strange, how he, like, you suddenly see, like, 100 Doctor Stranges.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he can do shit like that.
So, like, when his squad's, like, hunkered down in Nam, and they're getting shot at...
But you can't see the enemy because they're hiding in the fucking jungle.
But he's projecting, he's not helping his troops out, he's just projecting back to the village and fucking the whores.
Yeah.
they're shaking them.
He's also the reason they lose Vietnam.
Yeah. Like, Teddy Tuberculosis, wake up! He's just back in the fucking village fucking. It's like, God damn it, Teddy. They're all getting shot around him.
Like, he could easily take out the Viet Cong.
Easily, but he's still worried about fucking. Like, at this point, he's spiraling. Because he's so upset over the Bay of Pigs and killing all his troops.
Right.
And
he's still on acid.
I guess this is the spiral to where he shits his fucking Nat King Cole out on third base in Cleveland, Ohio.
Like, it just keeps getting worse?
Yeah.
So what happens in the 70s?
Well,
I say we build him up in the 70s and 80s. Like, cocaine pulls him out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And then into the 90s and 2000s, like, it's a different drug that brings him down. Like, he starts to remember all the traumatic shit from his past. I don't want him to be, like, just a downer for fucking 40 years.
No, yeah. So, but, I mean, he comes back. He astral projects back to his body. His whole squad's dead.
Right.
And he realizes he fucked up, so he's spiraling some more. But, yeah, we don't want him being... I mean, he's having a good time. Most depressed people are a great time.
Yeah.
When we have the Captain Guy Party comic book series, we're not hanging out with him after hours.
Yeah.
We're hanging out with him when he's doing his fucking and fighting.
Right. So, after Vietnam, he comes back. Is he still with Miss Gray?
I mean, she's got to die at some point. Or does she? Or
maybe that's what sends him into the spiral in the 2000s.
Okay, so
in the 2020s.
Should we keep her alive till 2000?
I think so.
Okay, and that's why he's just like at a Cleveland, Ohio baseball game.
Maybe she kills herself at Y2K. She just gets like really into it and just...
Maybe we can have him join a cult.
In the 70s. Like Heaven's Gate or something.
Yeah. They were at Heaven's Gate. Alright, so 70s. Vietnam's still going on, but he's done 2 tours and every squad member has died but him, and he's just like, I'm not re-enlisting, I'm done. I'm going to go disco dancing.
Yeah. At this point, he hangs out at Studio 54 a lot.
A lot. Yeah, they moved to New York. I mean, New Mexico to fucking Arkansas to fucking New York. And
Miss Gray has changed to a black wig. She, like, changes her eyes to make her look a little more like Yoko Ono.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got, like, Kiss starting out. Like, shit's changing. Shit's getting a lot weirder, a lot more liberating. So, like, Miss Gray doesn't have to hide as much. They're just thinking, Miss Gray's just a wildcat, you know? Mm-hmm. Miss Gray's getting into partying. Nat King Cole's kid, maybe he skipped and he just got the human genes and he doesn't have superpowers. Or maybe we revisit him as a fucking arch enemy sometime down the road. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I feel like at some point when they're like at some sort of like crazy 70s orgy party, like Miss Gray, like she has a vagina. Obviously, it's been fucked, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what you find out is that their species are all hermaphrodites. So like at this orgy party, like some flap opens down there and a cock comes out.
I thought you were going with, like, at this point, the son went on his way, and, like, because he was 18, and he just wanted to get out of the
King's
house.
Cole's son.
Yeah, and he was at the orgy.
I think we should save the son for a villain. Like,
I think so, too.
Yeah, like, that's the best kind of villain, like, when they just have that, like, revenge.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, you almost, like feel for him, and you're like, yeah, like, your fucking parents were horrible, fuck them over.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you're like, oh, I love Captain Guy Party.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah, we'll save him for a later episode.
Alright.
But,
so we're in the 70s.
70s, yeah, man.
Disco.
Yeah.
Roller skating.
Roller skating, yes. We definitely have to incorporate roller skating. But he's about to discover a new power. So he's got galactic butthole. He can fly now.
Oh, you know what the new powers should be? And I'm stealing from my own writing right now, but he should swallow, like the dick should come out at an orgy, and he should just be down with it and just fucking stroke it, and like the alien jizz gets into his mouth, and that gives him a superpower.
So the 70s giving him the power of deep throat?
Ooh, like we already have like the butthole that can swallow things. I don't want like a throat that can do that.
Yeah.
Like, unless we're saying like the alien sperm like coats his throat to where he can swallow poison or something. But that's kind of a weak superpower.
Yeah. What did he get with acid again?
Flight.
Well, I thought he had flight before. Or no, astral projection.
Astral projection.
Yeah, astral
that's
projection.
Right. He developed flight when he just from liquor.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's got butthole powers.
Flight, astral projection. Since the cum went down his throat, should we give him some sort of like a, like Banshee in X-Men?
Oh, I like it.
Like a powerful scream?
Or like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, where he just like spits out fucking acid. But yeah, I like
that's
the Banshee.
Reptile.
Reptile, yeah. What did I call him? Sub-Zero?
You called him Scorpion.
Scorpion, yeah.
Scorpion was the dude that came with the thing on his hand.
Reptile.
Get over here.
Yeah, I don't know. Either or. Banshee, Reptile. I dig it.
I dig it. Spit acid. Alien come, like, goes down your throat. Like, this alien, like, has never, like, been shot or anything like that, but it's like the alien from the Aliens thing, like, where it's, like, its bodily fluids are fucking acid, including its cum, but when it comes in your throat is okay, it converts you, like, it gives you that superpower.
I dig it.
So, Captain Guy Party now has the ability to spit acid on people.
Yep, and we're in the 70s, so fucking he's doing orgies, blowing coke, and sucking fucking alien dong. The 70s is just pretty much disco and serial killers, right? Like Ted Bundy and Son of Sam.
I was gonna say, like, I know we're going into the 80s, but maybe we should have Captain Guy Party kill John Lennon. Well, no, because it was pretty clear a bullet hole. I was gonna say, like, he's like, happy to meet you, and he's like spitting on him because he's really drunk, and it's like, oh my god, it's John fucking Lennon. And he's spitting on him, it's acid, and he's like, ah.
Yeah, he just did it accidentally.
Maybe like he does that to Seal. Seal has kind of a fucked up face.
Yeah. Oh, what decade did Jimmy Hoffa go missing?
50s or 60s. Interesting.
Is Captain Guy Party responsible?
Let's just make Captain Guy Party responsible for all the weird shit that's unexplained.
Yeah, everything that we can't figure out. Oh no, until 1971.
Really? He lasted that long?
Oh, well, he died in 1982. He made it to the 80s.
Ah, well.
But we're coming on the 80s.
Alright, so roller skating, acid spit, we're out of Vietnam, cocaine. Do we have anything else in the 70s?
I mean, he's hanging out at Studio 54 a lot. He's learning how to fucking roller skate. He's doing a lot of blow. Now he can, like, puke acid on people. I guess Miss Gray and Captain Guy or Teddy Tuberculosis is living in fucking New York. Like, is he just, like, pulling some Batman shit and just fighting, like, backstreet criminals at this point when he's really fucked up and bored? Like, just taking out robbers and shit?
Maybe he's just, like, fighting organized crime or something like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, because the Mafia is still going on.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You got the Columbo, the Gambinos and shit. And he's just taking out Mafia dudes left
I'm trying to think of, like, major events in the 70s. There was a gas shortage. Can we say that Captain Guy Party just drank a bunch of gas?
That's when he met fucking Michael Benjamin's fucking great grandpa. Yeah, dude, let's do some gas fucking bongs.
You know how, like, Captain America can't get drunk? Mm-hmm. Like, Captain Guy Party, like, has that regenerative power where he can't get drunk anymore, so he just starts drinking gas.
Yeah. It's like, I miss getting fucked up, boys.
He's trying everything. I don't know, what's another major event of the 70s?
Let me find out real quick.
Crickets. Do you know the 70s? Does he have a guest spot on the Brady Bunch?
Watergate and women's rights. Obviously, Captain Guy Party was against women's rights.
Obviously. He's from the 1800s. He doesn't like that shit.
So
he still calls black people coloreds.
The end of the swing 60s, the Vietnam War and the anti-war movement, the end of civil rights movement, the gay liberation movement, the Watergate scandal, the Cold War, Roe versus Wade, the first female prime minister of the UK, Ted Bundy, the breakup of the Beatles, the emergence of...
Let's go back to Roe versus Wade.
All right.
So, I feel like I could see Captain Guy Party, like, really pushing for that because he's knocked up Miss Gray. Or somebody else and he doesn't want Miss Gray to find out about it. I feel like Captain Guy Party should be pro-abortion.
Absolutely.
Right. Like, maybe that should be one of his superpowers.
Just to be able to, like
touch a pregnant woman and, like, abort her baby.
Abort! She shits it out the next day. Abort! I love it. Touching bellies to abort. He's cleaning up in the fucking 70s, by the way.
I feel like he's just partying a lot in that decade. I don't feel like there's just a ton going on.
Yeah, it's just discoing and roller skating.
Right.
And Ted Bundy's running around. Well, let me see what else is going on. The Battle of the Sex and the death of Elvis. He's definitely responsible for the death of Elvis.
Elvis died on the toilet. Do you think, like, Captain Guy Party was, like, shoving his dick in his mouth or something?
Well, that's what they wanted the press to know.
So the toilet wasn't involved?
No, like, Captain Guy Party's starting to make a name for himself. I mean, social media's not around, so he's not blowing up yet. Like, they can't put him on TikTok when he's out there getting fucked up, doing fucked up shit. Mm-hmm. But, like, him and Elvis were on a bender. Because, I mean, there's always the theories that somebody abducted Elvis, I guess. You never heard those? No? Have you, Crickets? Just nod yes or no. Okay, well, shit.
It won't even nod.
I don't know, but there's theories that Elvis was abducted by aliens. He's still alive. Yada yada. Kind of like the Tupac shit. Mm-hmm. So in the GPU, we're just gonna say, yeah, those theories are legit, and he's in Captain Guy Party's asshole.
Yeah, yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I feel like at some point, I think Captain Guy Party should get the power of invisibility. So that way he can just, like, creep on people fucking and go into, like, locker rooms and shit like that and, like, watch girls changing.
I feel like that comes in the 80s.
The 80s.
The 80s movies.
Oh, absolutely.
With tits galore.
Shit. You know what made me think of that idea?
Porkies?
Yes! God, it's like we're sharing a brain right now.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, on to the 80s. I mean, I don't know, they're changing the game in cinema. I just feel like 80s was just such a creative decade.
Yeah. Does Miss Gray's wig, like, change to reflect the 80s? Like, does she have, like the poofy, like, fucking...
poof.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Like, with, like, the pantsuit and the shoulder pads and shit.
Yeah, Miss Gray is a very free spirit. Like, she goes with the ebbs and flows. She's not fighting against us like us humans.
Right.
Captain the Guy Party's still dealing with racism a little bit.
Right. Right.
But he's working out of it because of, thankfully, Miss Gray.
He was born in the 1800s.
Yeah.
He's gonna be racist.
Yeah, he can't help himself. I mean, granted, he's had 80 years to try to evolve, but he's getting there.
I don't feel like he's necessarily racist because he's probably interacted with a lot of blacks at this point.
Oh, yeah, like doing coke and shit.
And he's got a black in his asshole.
Yeah. It's kind of like, what's that HBO movie when she had that Siamese twin and it was...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that King Cole. He's like singing them songs. So he's like doing all this coke and drinking just to try to silence
just to get some sleep.
Yeah. But what is the name of that movie? I can't think of it. It's a fucking great movie. It's on HBO.
Contagion or something?
Yeah, it's the guy that did...
It's something.
Insidious movies or
Yeah.
the Conjuring movies.
Oh, it's good though.
Yeah, it's really good.
I don't even know who was in that.
It's cheesy as fuck, but it's good. But
Yeah.
but he's got Nat King Cole in his asshole, so
Right.
yeah, he's just singing them legit Nat King Cole songs. And
When he gets challenged by black people, does he just like sit down and spread his legs and like just like like point his asshole at him, and then like Nat King Cole's face comes out?
like, let me sing you a song.
All right, so in the 80s, Reagan,
Yeah,
cocaine.
lots of cocaine. Still, yeah, the cocaine's coming in by the tons at this still.
Right.
And then they start Dare. Oh man, he tries to assassinate Nancy Reagan. I feel like 'cause she came up with Dare.
Yeah, he doesn't like Dare.
No, not
Nobody
at all.
likes Dare.
Yeah, no. He's like, I'm fueled on drugs, baby. Motley Crue's hitting Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, is he just hanging out with them at this point?
They know him as like an old war hero. Like, yeah, man, we read about you in textbooks. We're gonna take you on tour.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know, all those stories we hear, Ozzy snorting up ants. Fucking Captain Guy Party's just like outdoing Ozzy and shit.
He just sucking stuff, like sucking things up into his butthole.
Yeah. And this is leading into
Astral projecting.
Yeah. It's like, hey guys, you want to try this? He just fucking farts Nat King Cole fucking music out.
They're watching TV, and he's like, "Watch this," and he astral projects, and then they see him on like the fucking program they're watching. They're watching The Price is Right, and he just kind of walks in across the stage.
They write songs about him, and yeah, he's just having a blast in the 80s.
Oh, absolutely. The 80s are just a party decade. Miss Gray's kind of getting fed up at this point.
Yeah, he's out fucking around, and,
Yeah.
and we don't realize till later on that he's really our dad. All of our dads.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, Michael Benjamin, to explain his birth, I don't know. I feel like there was some other semen in that room that night. But
Okay, so he's the youngest of us. So
yeah.
So maybe at that point, like, Captain Guy Party's just fucked so many chicks that his like sperm is just like whittled down.
Just dying out.
Yeah.
It's just
like a thin veil of sperm.
yeah, because he's 100 years old at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, we're still getting like the full like load.
Yeah, we got good loads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, he's dying out. Like, that's the one thing, like, with fucking Miss Gray, like, I can give you eternal life and superpowers, but your semen will die out with all the loads you blow.
Right. Right. I'll extend your cock a couple times, but yeah, I mean, your potency will falter.
And Michael is, like, the last load he blows.
Yes. Well, the last load that conceives a
Yeah,
child.
that conceives.
Like, all the loads after that can't even conceive a child.
Yeah.
It's like his sperms just like are retarded and they just bump into each other.
They can't find the fucking
They
egg.
can't find the egg.
And hell, Michael's birth was a lot of that, but one got, like, knocked out of course and got a concussion as it went to the egg.
Yeah, like one knocked into the other one and just like thrust it into the egg. It's like the dumbest Look Who's Talking movie ever.
Yeah. B-rate fucking John Travolta. You can only find it at Kmart.
It's like that scene where like the sperm enters like at the very beginning, but it's all like a weird vagina because it's an alien vagina. Or no, wait a minute. No, Captain Guy Party's impregnating our moms.
Yeah, our moms. Yeah.
So his sperm looks retarded.
Yeah. Captain Guy Party took phallus out and got them all fucked up, and then fucked my mom and had me.
Fucking, he probably just had to toss a couple of beers away. Like my dad, like go fetch.
And then when he found Michael's mom, he's like, shit, my dick's barely working, babe.
It's only like 20% hard. They fuck for like 4 hours before he finally comes.
Yeah.
It's like 2 sperms.
And they literally hit each other. It's like, oh shit, the stupid Zeke. He's gonna fucking rape us next time he sees us.
We love you, Michael.
Yeah, we love you, dude. Fucking Cricket's over here drawing Janowski. I don't know, man. His grill's pretty brilliant. But outside of that, I can see it. But anyway, so
fuck yeah.
Hanging out the 80s, he creates Guy Party. Was it Vietnam where he created the Boozehead Battalion, or was that where was General Rice at in the Boozeheads? Was that
was Korea?
Korea,
yeah.
So like
in Vietnam, he was just fucking Vietnamese prostitutes all day,
astral projecting.
Yeah.
Let all his guys die,
right?
But when they came
Anna
back,
the Bay picks.
But
he's a bad soldier.
Yeah, he just likes fucking and partying,
right?
Like a lot of those dudes, they had a good time with Captain Guy Party before they got fucking died.
He needs a Nick Fury. He needs a dude that can harness him in, kill Thanos. No, you won't get to fuck again.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of the times, how these motorcycle gangs started was these dudes coming back from war, and they would create gangs to hang out with.
Oh, do you think he's in a motorcycle gang at some point?
Well, no, it's the Boozeheads.
Yeah.
The fucking Boozeheads.
Okay.
Eventually be our listeners.
Yeah.
It's Captain Guy Party. He's got the Boozeheads. Maybe a motorcycle gang. Maybe it's like a meet up and read and get fucked up group. Because none of us ride motorcycles. And I'd probably kill myself if I rode a motorcycle. But yeah, maybe it's just a meet and read, drink a lot of beer, meet up group. So the Boozeheads are still carrying on. But anyway, so we're at the 80s. He impregnated all our moms.
Right. Doing a lot of blow.
He even fucked Cricket's mom.
I feel like at some point, and stop me if I'm going way too off track here, but I feel like at some point he should get a shape-shifting power and then turn into a 90s celebrity.
90s.
Yeah, like a David Schwimmer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's on Friends for a decade.
Or Chelsea Clinton.
Yeah.
I'm down with it. Shapeshifter. I mean, he is Captain Guy Party. He's the best dude around.
So how does he get his shape-shifting power?
Are we into the 90s now?
He fucks a tranny.
Oh, there you go.
In the late 80s, he takes a trip. He sees that music video, One Night in Bangkok and the Tough Guys Tumble. And he's like, that sounds fucking dope.
Yeah. He's just partying all night doing
yeah, so he just he flies over to Bangkok, and naturally, Bangkok is just filled with trannies.
Yeah.
Even in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, he fucks a number of trannies.
He's looking at these girls from the video, and he's just like, shit, you're bad bitches. Dude, we got dicks.
So does my wife, Miss Gray.
Yeah, there you go. He was doing trannies fucking
right, he's 50s. Doing tranny aliens.
Yeah, 70s or whatever the fuck they were doing.
Right,
yeah.
He doesn't mind a dick.
Yeah, he doesn't mind a dick at all. I mean, it's Captain Guy Party. He loves fucking.
Right.
So, yeah, and then he bangs a tranny, and it's the 90s, and they've yet to cure HIV. But HIV mutates with this alien disease, STD he has, and creates...
The shape-shifting.
Shape-shifting, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like it has to be a specific strand of HPV that only affects trannies.
Oh, it's HIV.
Oh, that's HPV? Okay. Yeah, HIV, you're right. It's like a tranny HIV. Because, the tranny is, kind of a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, he adapts the skill of the people he's fucking.
A lot of them, I don't think, cut their dicks off in the 90s yet because they didn't know how to rework.
They didn't know how to do that, yeah.
But maybe the silicone because it was when implants were starting, and a lot of them I heard were having issues with leakage.
Okay.
The silicone mixed with the DNA, and then that's what.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the silicone mixed with the alien DNA. And
Right. So a night in Bangkok turns him into a trans.
one night in Bangkok.
One night in Bangkok, and now I'm a shapeshifter.
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne don't have shit on Captain Guy Party.
So now he's a shapeshifter, and he shifts shape into a 90s celebrity. What is the ultimate 90s celebrity to represent Guy Party?
Damn.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Him or
Kurt Cobain?
Kurt Cobain, hands down. I mean, who's a bigger icon than Kurt Cobain in the 90s? though, for
Maybe
real?
like that's why Kurt Cobain killed himself. Like he saw like a mirror of himself, and he's like, I can't handle this.
Yeah. Captain
Guy Party caused Kurt Cobain to kill himself.
Yeah. Like he's like, I just want to go party with this dude, and he's like, this is the heroin epidemic too. So like Captain Guy Party is getting into heroin. He's all like scratching his neck, like, I want to party with Kurt. I want to party with Kurt. And so he transformed into Kurt, snuck into his house. Kurt was
Fucks Courtney Love.
Yeah, fucks Courtney Love. Kurt walks in, sees himself fucking Courtney. Fuck this, I'm out.
I got it. Alright, so there's a scene where he's fucking Courtney, right? And then actual Kurt Cobain walks into the room, and Courtney's like, huh? 2 of them? This can't be. And she grabs a gun. And Captain Guy Party, like, takes actual Kurt Cobain and, like, he swaps them around. Like, they, like, do a little dance.
Ah, yeah.
So he can't tell which one is which.
Like the cup trick.
Yeah, the cup trick.
Yeah.
And he's like, now what?
Yeah, and then she just blows fucking the
Actual Kurt Cobain, right?
Then that leads into the Iraq War. The first Iraq War. And
first Iraq War was over at that point.
Oh, was it?
94 we're talking here with Kurt Cobain.
Does Guy Party play a role whatsoever? Maybe he's with Michael Benjamin's great-great-grandpa and they're still huffing gas and he's like, gas is getting too high. We gotta fucking make sure Iraq doesn't invade Saudi Arabia.
That's true. He's a gas huffer. That's a good point. He's very invested in oil prices.
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. Or we could just keep him hanging out with Kurt. I mean, I love the switcheroo and Courtney fucking kills the wrong Kurt. Captain Guy Party for the win.
Captain Guy Party has caused so many fucking horrible things to happen.
I know, he's a fucking bastard.
Can we blame him on 9/11?
Dude, maybe. No.
I know, that one's...
Yeah.
I know, is it weird? It's like, I can't make fun of 9/11 that hard. Like, it just...
Yeah, and Captain Guy Party... He's an anti-hero, but he's not down with 9/11.
Right. Maybe he's the one that kills Bin Laden. It wasn't SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, no.
He fucked Bin Laden in the throat.
Yeah. But yeah, at this point...
So we're in the 90s.
Yeah, we're still in the 90s. Kurt Cobain got shot.
Right.
And he's off... where's Miss Gray? She's just moving around with this guy, or he's...
I think she is...
She's getting old, but she might live hundreds of years. I don't know.
I think she does, but I do think that at some point she perishes before we get to, like, the 2020s.
Where he ends up in Cleveland, Ohio.
Right, but at this point I think she's moved on from a teacher because everybody's like, you don't age.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. And so now she still loves children, so she's just like the head of programming at Nickelodeon. And she comes up with like shows like Rugrats and like fucking Hey Arnold. And, and she's just like way more successful than Captain Guy Party. Fucking Teddy Tuberculosis.
Yeah. Ted Tuberculosis.
So, yeah, maybe that fuels some jealousy in there.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
And so that's like the mid-90s. Like, I do feel like at some point he's not Captain Guy Party yet.
No, not yet.
Teddy Tuberculosis.
But shit, he's gaining powers. When does he become... He has to have a tragedy to make him Captain Guy Party.
It's got to be the death of the Miss Gray. So, at this point, he's hooking up with Salt and Pepper.
That's how we put in. Oh, yeah, I think that. He's fucking all. And TLC. He's
and
fucking
TLC,
yeah.
yeah.
That's why they're having that spat in the late 90s.
Right.
He's fucking both of
Like
them.
the TLC song "No Scrubs" is 100% about the fucking Teddy tuberculosis.
No scrub. No shame in his game.
Nope.
He fucked every one of
He
them.
fucked them all and just left them in the dust.
Maybe Miss Gray dies in 9/11, and that's when he becomes.
Oh, damn.
If we're tying in big events,
And that's why he goes after Bin Laden and mouth fucks him.
yeah, he literally uses his cock to fucking pierce his head.
Maybe, like, that just, like, recenters him. He's like, man, the last, like, 30 years I've been a mess. Like, this son of a bitch killed the woman I love. No matter how many people I've fucked or she's fucked, he killed the woman, the thing I love.
I love that, but maybe
That's the motivation for him into the 2000s. We're still in the 90s.
Yeah, so like he's fucking TLC and Salt and Pepper.
Right.
There's a huge war on Carson Daly's show.
Oh my god, I was just gonna say, do you think he, like, shapeshifts into Carson Daly?
God damn it, and just jumps out the fucking window.
Like he's running TRL now?
Nah, I feel like if Captain Guy Party ran TRL, it'd just be nothing but fucking just crusty ass shit.
Like, the music videos would all look like porn.
Yeah, just nothing but porn. Like we get home from school at 3 o'clock and just be like fucking smut, just like, but like
with like some really silly songs in the background, like,
Yeah.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
it'd be all like Cinemax where you like half a nip slip and shit.
Yeah. Alright, so what is he doing in the late 90s then?
Well, so he's fucking them. They get pissed off. It's on TRL. Miss Gray is working at Nickelodeon. Her friends tell her, and she's getting old. She's getting to her old alien self. She's like, I've had enough Teddy tuberculosis. Gotta leave you.
Oh.
I'm moving to New York to run Nickelodeon from there.
We should have her hook up with somebody else.
Oh,
Somebody of prominence.
Brett Favre.
Why not? Fucking A. He sent me a dick pic randomly and I liked it.
I was impressed, Teddy. Miss Gray has moved on.
Right. So, what is Teddy Tuberculosis's response to being dumped? Like, this is the first time, like, he's been dumped, like, probably in his fucking life.
Yeah. Especially with him.
Having fucking powers and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
And
At least in the last, like, 80 years.
Yeah, because when he was out duck hunting in New Mexico, bitches didn't want to fuck him.
Right. Yeah, back in, like...
God damn, that came a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, back in, like, World War I, like, he was, like, fucking French whores, but, like, a bunch of them turned him down. And he had to pay for it.
But he was Captain Guy Party mode at that point. Oh, yeah, no.
World War I.
Yeah, World War One, he was still...
Yeah, he was still
Yeah,
Teddy Tuberculosis.
okay, gotcha,
Yeah. So, he is not used to rejection at this point, right?
Yeah, not at all.
So, it's got to be a bad spiral, like a 20-year spiral,
Yeah.
that leads him to shitting on the field in front of the Cleveland Indians.
So we're rolling into the 2000s. Mm-hmm. 2001, she moved to New York. Does he follow her to New York, or is he just like out on the road with some other metal band, just fucking and doing drugs?
I like it. He's like a roadie for Motley Crue at this point.
Or do we just make him like a fucking roadie for some fucking 90s band you never hear of anymore?
Fastball.
Fastball. Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth, yeah. that's what I'm thinking of, yeah. Fucking Smash Mouth.
Yeah. So yeah, 9/11 happens and the world stops and he gets a call. I mean, his adopted son is MIA at this point. He's building up his...
Oh yeah, he's feuding. Yeah, he's building up either an army or something to go after Captain Guy Party.
Yeah, he's
at some point.
He's like in a Wakanda fucking
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yes.
he's just waiting, biding his time.
We have to do a different origin story on that dude.
Yeah.
Miss Gray is in New York. Maybe she went to like one of the fucking towers to like do a little presentation in front of kids or something like that. I don't know if that happens at the towers, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
So the plane hits.
The plane hits. Yeah, she's fucked. Like, she gets squashed.
Damn it.
I know.
R.I.P. Miss Gray.
I know.
Such a fucking great woman.
I know. She stuck with him and even showed him her penis.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get more intimate than that.
Gave him 6 superpowers, by the way. Butthole galaxy, flight, astral projection, spit acid.
Touching bellies and making them aborted.
Yes. And shape-shifting.
Shape-shifting.
All the best superpowers. God bless you, Miss Gray. R.I.P. I'm fucking crossing my face or whatever the fuck.
Doing the Catholic north,
Yeah.
south, east, west. Yeah. All right. So Miss Gray is gone, and Teddy Tuberculosis has already been kind of a spiral, anyways.
Yeah, he's a mess.
Yeah. So now we're in the 2000s, right? We're into like the fucking 50 Cent, Eminem. That
like
Akon,
the first decade of the
Rick
20s.
Ross.
Yeah, the 2010s.
Right. So we're in that decade. What is Captain Guy Party's rock bottom? There's got to be a point where he just hits rock bottom and then decides to get better from there.
He meets his third real son,
Ooh.
Michael Benjamin.
That is a rock bottom moment.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if that spirals him out.
That's true. So he has his first real son, the half alien, blackface.
That's not his real... I'm his first real son.
Okay.
You're his second real son.
And then
Michael's
the third real son. Okay. So he meets Michael first.
Yeah, he meets Michael first.
How does he meet Michael? Is he coming through Cincinnati for some reason? Is Motley Crue touring?
It's when Michael moves to Colorado.
Oh.
And Michael's out in Colorado trying to
Living
get
in
free
his
weed.
car.
Yeah, and Teddy Tuberculosis is out there trying to get free weed as well.
Right. Is weed legal at this point in Colorado? I thought it was later.
Oh, that's right. Good point. I'm fucking up the timeline. Let's backtrack. So, yeah, where are we at?
All right, so 9/11 has just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Gray is dead. Mm-hmm. Captain Guy Party spirals.
Yes, he's spiraling.
And we're trying to figure out what his rock bottom is. Or is his rock bottom the diaper incident at Cleveland's ballpark?
Maybe that is his rock bottom because he's in Cleveland, Ohio, stumbling around and shitting in his pants.
Yeah, and he gets tased and Nat King Cole falls out of his
Yeah,
asshole.
I mean, that's just a bad luck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's his rock bottom.
All right.
So
we got to figure out what builds to his rock bottom.
is he going and fighting in the Afghan or Iraq wars, or is he just burned at this point? He's lost.
I think he's burned at this point, yeah.
But he also lost Miss
I think he's
Gray
going
in
to,
the
like,
towers.
opium dens and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, he's going into some shady, like, Asian shit.
Yeah, because the motherfucker, let's see, 1884 he was born. He's, 120 years old at this point?
Right, so, like, he's just down for whatever. Like, he's
Yeah.
just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do whatever I want, and if I die, fuck it, I've lived way longer than I should have.
Yeah.
And so, I don't mean to fast forward a lot, because we can come back to this.
We will, and yeah, we have that opportunity.
Right.
So
I feel like he's feeling like that at the end of 2019, and he's in, what is it, Wuhan, China?
oh, God! He creates the coronavirus.
Yes.
He fucks the bat. I don't know. Where were you going?
That's where I was going with it. That's where I was
So
going
he
with it.
fucks the
Yeah,
bat.
I was gonna say he eats bad, but it fucks it even better.
And then he fucks a bunch of prostitutes, and obviously the other Chinamen fuck some prostitutes.
Right.
And here we go. Dude, he is a disaster.
He is.
He has destroyed some major icons, created some...
Kurt Cobain, John Lennon, fucking the Bay of Pigs, like
yeah, fucking
he
Vietnam.
fucked up Vietnam. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, Captain Guy Party.
He created the gas crisis in the 70s.
What a disaster. Alright, so yeah, like, COVID's fucked up. He's got to go back. He's got a plane ticket, but China's on Pacific side. Mm-hmm. Somehow he fucks up and ends up in Alaska.
Where he fucks Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
And gives her COVID.
But how does he end up meeting up with us in Cleveland, Ohio? That's the last step of the story.
Alright, so he comes back to the U.S. from China, and he goes to Alaska.
He's spreading COVID.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's just like carrier at this point.
Absolutely. like he starts with Alaska and just goes down the West Coast, and that's where it starts.
Yeah, and he's not even phased by it, you know, because he can carry gonorrhea and HIV and everything. Like, just COVID just neutralizes him, and so yeah, he's just spreading it.
Right. So how does he get to Cincinnati? Or no, Cleveland. I'm sorry. How does he get to Cleveland?
Yeah. Are we hanging out with him? I mean, Crickets was at the game. We can cancel Crickets out and put our father in his seat. Or do we just want to keep it? We don't know he's our father yet.
I'm trying to think of like major events that have happened in Cleveland, but the timeline doesn't fit. I was going to say he could like come to Cleveland
when the river caught on fire.
I was going to say when the Cavs won the championship.
Yes.
For whatever reason, he's just a big LeBron fan.
I mean, he could have been there, but
it doesn't fit the timeline.
He also has to go back to China.
He's got to go to China at some point, right? So, God, I'm sorry, Cleveland. There's just there's no reason I could see Captain Party going there.
Yeah.
Unless he just feels so low about himself that he's like, I have no choice but to live in Cleveland.
I feel like he's got to meet Michael, and he just feels bad for his retarded son, and he goes to a baseball game with him. And sorry, Michael. And then it just turns out he's with his other sons.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, why is he in Cleveland, though? I think he hates himself. So he's just like,
where can I feel worse?
Right, like, where do I fit in when I hate myself?
Yeah, I want to go be amongst trash.
Right.
I'm going to Cleveland,
Ohio. Right. I want to go, I'm sad. I want to go where other sad people are.
I want to lay in my pity. My super abilities have dissipated because I'm so sad and gave up on life.
Right. And Miss Gray is dead.
Miss Gray's dead.
And as she dies, it's like my superpowers just seem to, like, dissipate.
But what happens is he gets shocked, Nat King Cole falls out of his ass, and they all come back.
All the powers come back.
And
he sucks Nat King Cole right back up his asshole. Get back in there, motherfucker! Put that on Sports Center.
Let me see if I can get the sound effect. It's just perfect. Hold on. Sucked him right back up.
Occasionally shit just falls out of his asshole and he sucks it right back up.
So then they haul him off to jail. They put him in. He's sitting there smiling. He's like, today's a new day, boys. It's time to guy party.
All right, so which one of his powers can get him out of jail? I'm thinking astral projection.
Which he could.
Which, like, he meditates in prison and then astral projects, like, just outside the bars and grabs the keys. But I don't know if, like, an astral projection can grab things. Maybe he shapeshifts into LeBron James. He's like, yo, man, get me out of here. I'm LeBron James.
Yeah, come on, motherfuckers. There you go. And then he walks out. And is that when he's like, Teddy Tuberculosis died today. Now I am Captain Guy Party.
Right. Like, so, like, he realizes that we're our kids, right? And we're in that strip club in Cleveland.
How do you think he realizes it, though? Oh, he gets out of jail. And
he gets out of jail, like, but on the field, he was all like, you're my boy. Like, because Michael was running around and, like, acting a fool. And he's like, that's my boy. Like, I can just tell. Like, I can see, like, my genes flowing through him.
Yeah, because we were kind of...
We're way up.
Yeah, but we had scooted down at one point, so maybe he sees Michael there. But anyway, he just picks up on Michael, and Michael's radiating Guy Party fucking genes.
And it's like a homing signal. So when he gets out of jail, like, he just, like, he follows this, like, beacon to the strip club, and then he meets us there.
Yeah. It's like, what's up, dude?
Right.
And then, we're
all like, Guy Party, Guy Party, Guy Party. And he's like, yeah, I'm fucking Captain Guy Party.
Yeah! Who dat?
And then he comes back to Cincinnati with us, and he's like, yeah, Cheese Cody's. But then there's, like, this one really, like, crazy night, and stop me if I'm getting too off track here, but you know that list that we came up with earlier? Well, like, one episode ago?
Yeah.
Like, the top 5 celebrities we wish were naked?
Yeah.
He just shapeshifts into each one of them.
And we fuck
them.
So we fuck our dad?
We fuck our dad.
All night. We take turns just fucking our dad. Party! Yes! This is the best dad. The dad I'm always looking for.
He's like, here's your child support.
Fuck away, boys. And as we're putting our small penises in him, he's like, boys, we got a lot of work to do.
He's like, we need to get you a couple grays.
Yeah. And then it's kind of like, to be continued.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah. I love it.
I love it too. Hey, Boozeheads, thanks for tuning in to the Captain Guy Party Origins.
It's part 2.
Part 2, yeah. Be sure to chime back in to hear what happens next, because we just got done fucking our dad, and we're ready to party.
Yeah, that's
right. So yeah, fucking be sure to like and subscribe and check us out and tell your friends. But until the next episode, you guys keep drinking beers, smoke all the weed, and we love you all.
Hell yeah.
Guys!